Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal. This is the analysis of my stock portfolio for June 2021. I've been publishing these monthly analysis for the past few months, as regular readers may know. Now, if you are new here, then it's important to understand that I started investing in stocks only after achieving financial independence and after my son's future goals were set in place. Where I invest and how I invest may not be suitable to you. And I'm also trying to build a multi pronged retirement portfolio where you have equity, fixed income, passive income, dividend income, and so on. So, my portfolio is more oriented towards a low volatility style of investing and has got strong dividend payers in it. At the time of this video, the value of the portfolio, the stock portfolio, is only 22% of my equity mutual fund portfolio and about 11.5% of my total retirement portfolio. So it's still quite small, relatively speaking. And not only is it small, it's also quite young. So many of the returns that you're going to see, the return data that you're going to see, you shouldn't take it too seriously. Now, I wanted a stock picking method for a long time doesn't involve too much of time and effort. I mean, to me, that's a waste of time. I would just go invest in a mutual fund. I wanted a way to invest in stocks that doesn't involve too much effort, and I found that way from low volatility investing. Low volatility indices, low volatility way of investing showed me that pattern. And so in my the way I see it, it's a zero skill, very little time involved kind of portfolio, and I have only looked at companies that have got good financial health, and they have low volatility in the price movement. That has been my primary concern. I have not looked at the price, I have not looked at the valuation. I have this video which might be of use to you, how to buy your first stock without breaking your head. You can find it in the channel. I mean, I try to look at low volatility, and that's my primary. And as long as the company has got sound financial health, I'm not worried about the dividends. I'm not worried about the valuation. I've just purchased it. So these are the weights. Asian Paint is the highest with 17.4% of weight. Hindustan Unilever is 13.7%. TCS 13.1. HDFC Bank 12.8, 12.7. Infi 11, almost 12%. Pidilite is 11.3. Dabur is 7.3. Colgate Palmolive is 5.3. Wipro is 2.6. ITC 2.5, and Marico 2.2. So these are except for these 3, 4, 5 stocks. Rest of them are all above double digits, which it took me some time to get it to that stage, but I'm trying to make this also double digits so that everything is fairly balanced. I'm not sure if I'll hold on to these stocks forever, but I don't know about that. I've not thought too much about it. So all the dividend return calculations that you're going to see below is based on my new stock calculator, the FreeFinCal XIRR calculator. You can see that as a pinned post in the main page of FreeFinCal. So the dividend return is total dividends divided by the total investment. The capital gains is basically the total capital gain divided by the total investment. The total return, the total absolute return, is dividend return plus the capital gain return, and the CAGR is computed from that total absolute return using the standard compounding formula, and the average years in that compounding formula is basically the weighted average in tenure. So you take every stock investment and you find out the tenure of that stock investment, and you take a weighted average with the investment made. So if there is a large investment made and that's more recent, then the average years will come down because that will have more weight. All the returns that you see are before the tax. Now I have tried to compare it with the UTI Nifty 50 index. Sorry, I keep writing it as Nifty Next 50. That I should correct it. It's UTI. I have compared the stock with the identical transactions in UTI Nifty index fund and also the Nifty 100 low volatility 30 index from this month on. So these are the absolute gains, dividend gains, total gains, and so on. I don't want to read into it. You can have a look at it from the article. I have posted it in the community page. You can have a look at it there. So the Nifty 100 low volatility 30 is actually a better benchmark because all the stocks in my portfolio are there, part of that 30 stocks. As far as I know, I have not looked at it recently, but I think there's all of them are still part of it. So the absolute return of the stock portfolio is 30.3%. The UTI Nifty Index Fund is 29.1%. The Nifty 100 Low Volatility 30 is 36.8%. The CAGR also has been calculated from the average years. So that's 32.3% for the stock portfolio. For the UTI Nifty Fund, it is 30.9%. And for the low volatility index, it's 39.1%. And now I've also been able to finally calculate the XIRR using all the corporate actions, splits, dividends, etc. So that's 30.1% for the stock portfolio, 27% for the UTI Nifty Fund, and it's 33.9% for the Nifty Low Volatility Total Returns Index. Now, please keep in mind that the Nifty Low Volatility 30 Index is the index. It doesn't have the expenses. As far as I know, there is only one ETF from ICICI which tracks this index, but that ETF has got an expense of 0.43%. That's 4 times more than the UTI Nifty Index Fund. And now that's only from 2017, so I have not used it for comparing the portfolio. But remember, this doesn't have the expenses, so it will come down a little bit. So this gap between my stock portfolio and the Nifty Low Volatility 30 Index will not be as much as almost 4%. It will not be 3.8%. It will not be as much as that. It will come down to about maybe 3% or so. But it's too early to make a big commentary about whether my stock portfolio has done better than the Nifty or done worse than the Nifty Low Volatility 30 and so on. I don't want to get into it. I'm just going to keep building this portfolio. And I track my portfolio at simplywall.st, and there it says that the relative beta, the relative volatility of the portfolio, the beta is about 0.45. That's 55% less volatile than the market, which I'm assuming is the Nifty. So it's fairly low volatile. I mean, it's living up to its name in that sense. But I'm just having fun. I'm not having any great goals with it. It's some basket of money. Maybe I'll liquidate it if I want it and so on. But let's see how it goes. Bye bye.